Hi, Jane. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, Janet. Good
Hi.
morning. Nice to see you. Good morning. I'm so excited to see your face, like your real face. Good
Is that a fake face? Don't
morning.
worry.
I've been. You cannot imagine how excited I was. Like, I was literally thinking about it all night. Like,
Ah,
I would get to see Juliet.
ah. I think I was excited as well. I know that
Excited.
recruitment right now it's a lot.
A lot.
So
A
I'm
lot.
like,
And
okay,
like it's like literally becoming a lot these days,
it's a lot.
because young people and social media these days, and I think that the audacity is becoming on the high side and
It's
people
a
are
lot.
really it's not like before, few years back we just experience some things and we just move forward. We just move on
Yeah.
like that's how it
You don't
happens. But
know.
these days
They
people
will call
don't
you
want
out online.
to
They'll drag
people
you.
don't want to even experience anything. They will call you out.
They will
Like
call you out.
they
They
will
will
call
even
you out.
comment under your post. You've not gotten back to me. Why have I not heard from you?
They will
Ha!
call you out. So I think it's a really important that we have sessions like this so that at least people can really know what's going on. And there's a lot of noise here and there. People hear so many things. And then
Exactly.
at the end of the day, nobody knows which one is true or which one is not true. So this kind of session is really important when we invite, important people like you to like tell us what's really going on.
Are
Because
you sure we even know what's going on?
at least you guys will have an idea now, so that candidates like us will be like, we won't be left in the dark. We know that
Are you,
okay,
sir? Jane, you are a candidate too. How are you a candidate?
I'm a
Are you not
candidate
a
though.
recruiter? Are
I'm
you not
looking
a
for jobs.
recruiter yourself?
I'm
Oh
looking
my
for a job. So
god.
you're welcome. You're welcome, Juliet. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
to have you here. Hi everyone. Good morning. On this beautiful Saturday, we have a beautiful guest in our midst. If you are here, you're joining us, or you are watching later. Good morning from me to you. Good morning from Juliet to you. From us to you. You're welcome again on this episode of Recruiter's Confession. So, since the beginning of this year, we've been talking about myth or truth. Myth or truth. So, today we are going to be talking about something really important that I think that so many candidates uh, really want to know. They want to know what's going on, and it's still happening. Even as much as we talk about it, it still happens. And I feel like we just want to clear the air, and that is why I decided to invite Juliet. Okay, so I have Chiamaka here. Hi, Chiamaka. Good to see you. Good
Hello.
to have you here. Chiamaka was also one of our guests, I think 2 weeks back. Hi, Chiamaka. Thank you for joining. Hi, Afisa. Thank you so much for joining. So, today we are going to be talking about, thank God we have two recruiters in our midst. In fact, three recruiters, you people were giving us back to back. So, today's topic will definitely be recruiters ghosts, right? We are talking about recruiters and ghosting. Why exactly? Is it that recruiters ghost because they don't care? Is it a myth or a truth? Recruiters ghost because they don't care. Some of these questions I come up with, they are questions I've gotten from people that people I've heard people like either talk about it or ask me about it. I just like, okay, I'm going to note this down. We're definitely going to talk about it one day. And today we are picking this particular topic. Recruiters ghost candidates because they don't care, myth or truth. So we have Juliet in our midst. She's a okay. Let me just allow Juliet to. I'm giving you your flowers, but then I want to give you the garden so that you can, show us your garden. Hi, Juliet. Please introduce yourself.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Depending on where you're joining from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you're joining from. Thank you, Jane, for the invitation. My name is Juliet Kepero. I'm a human resources professional and I'm also a career strategist. What else? I'm currently the Group Head of Human Resources for Corporate Services for Human Investment Group Africa. Group Head for Human Resources and Corporate Services at Human Investment Group Africa. Um, I've been doing HR for over 8 years. I've worked across some good industries, consulting, beauty, healthcare, non-for-profit. What else? I'm also a speaker, a facilitator, a mentor on Global Mentorship Initiative USA. I also mentor on Enterprise Nigeria. I do quite a lot
Wow,
of things.
very
Anyway,
interesting. Guys,
I'm
you feel like
excited
you're
to
literally
be
in the best
here.
position. And you're literally in the best position to give us all the gist. This is really
Yeah. Yeah, so
okay.
just in
That's
summary,
great.
maybe just to
Very
wrap up
interesting
the introduction.
topic.
Sorry. Okay. Can I,
Thank you very
can
much.
I conclude that?
All right, so let's just keep shooting because in 45 minutes we are out of here. I have with me a lot of questions that candidates have asked me because I throw it on WhatsApp and people literally like drop their questions and I'd be like, yes, these questions we are going to definitely talk about it. Juliet, so I want to ask you now, aside from being a recruiter, have you experienced ghosting as a candidate? Maybe those
Of
times you're
course.
looking for a job. At
Is
what
there anybody that hasn't?
at what stage did you experience ghosting? Can you just give us the gist and tell us your experience? How did it go?
Okay. So maybe much earlier, right? Everybody will have a job session story at some point. But I would say a specific one I can remember. I think it was a physical interview. It was even physical or true. There was even no point where it was virtual. So first stage was physical, second stage was physical. So the funny thing is, there are interviews you go to and you're like, when you walk out of that room, you're very confident that
Very.
that the offer letter
You
will
will
drop to
just be
you.
happy that day. You will just
God,
be happy.
everybody was just like, oh, we really like you. You can really do this. Everybody. So the first level I did, I think I did it with was it operations and one other, I can't remember the other person, but two persons interviewed me the first one. I'm like, oh, they're really good. They reached out to me to come for second level to see the MD at the time. So I went, and even that one was so fantastic. The way you become, it's almost as if I've
Connect.
stayed working in the company.
There'll be
Self,
this connection like,
I'm already connecting. I'm already, giving my plans, what I'm going to do in my first 30 days, 60 days, 90, what I'm going to do for the organization.
oh my
I
god.
didn't leave so optimistic. And then 1 week, I didn't hear back. 2 weeks, I didn't hear back. 3 weeks, and that's how I never heard back till today. So I feel like that's like, and I think that one is very memorable because I had to invest resources, time. I practically went there in person
Mm-hmm.
twice. Going around in this Lagos is not easy. So to move around twice and still didn't get called back. So,
Wow,
anyways,
that's
personal
really crazy.
experience.
I think that this is why candidates reject physical interview. Have you had the candidates who reject physical interview? Like
Oh, that's
literally
it.
told
It's
you that cannot
they really need
cannot
to
come.
be sure.
I had candidates who like I can't come physically.
So
Why?
there is
Because
no
it's a part of it. I can't invest my time, my resources, my money as to come and you
exactly.
people will tell me or you people will not even say anything, not get back to me. And I think that this is why most candidates actually have that idea that maybe recruiters have it in mind to ghost. So I used to tell candidates that we don't just wake up one morning and say, "Oh, who am I to ghost today? I'm looking for who to ghost." No, it doesn't happen that way. I think ghosting comes as a result of process problem. It's not a heart problem. It's a process problem. Maybe the process is flawed or something is wrong, right? So there is no good thing happens a lot and we've been like literally talking about it and I resonate with that, trying to connect with an organization. I've had
ah,
that experience as well. Like I literally connected, I was giving them their pain points and the solution to their pain points. The woman was just, oh Jane, this is good, this is it. So if we hire you, what are the things you are going to do? She
you
was even
know,
put me in position already.
and you start
Like
listening
all
and
good
yeah,
and everything. And radio silence the first day. Me, I checked back. Me, I like to give. I like to reach out.
They want to
I'll
get the
just
heartbreak
say,
straight
I'll
up.
just say like, okay, I'm not the only one you guys are interviewing. Maybe you forgot my name or something. I will just reach out to you and say, sorry, I've not heard from you for like 1 week. What's going on? I'm not sure they even like, probably maybe they read it and they don't respond. And I think that recruiters underestimate silence. They don't probably know what it does to candidates. So Afisa says we've all been there only to see rejection afterwards. So there are different levels of rejection now. It's like another entire topic. There are different levels of rejection. You won't feel bad if you applied and you didn't get response. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I applied to a job now and there was no response. Me, I'll just move on. Like, okay, that one will not pay me. The level of rejection that will pay me, or level of ghosting that will pay me, is after I've attended interview, and then you people now prep
Yeah,
me, you make me feel
we
at
have
home.
bonded,
You
we've
make
established
me feel
friendship.
at home. And then at the end of the day, we'll get back to you. That will get back to you. Maybe it's tomorrow, you get back to me. That is where it really, really hurts. Like, you get back to me and I didn't hear anything from you or from anybody or from anyone in your organization. All of those things. So it really is really daunting. And then I want to ask you now, as a recruiter, do you think it's something that is inevitable? Like, we've been talking about ghosting since like forever. Do you think that is something that is inevitable? Now,
That
I'm
will
asking you as a recruiter now
okay.
because you know how the process can be, especially when it is manual, when you have a lot of applications and the process is just, and you are the only one in that space. It's not like maybe there is an ATS in place and there is structure in place. That one will be easy to get back to
Just
candidate. Or in that kind of situation whereby it's a manual process and there are a lot of applications, you get like 200 applications for one particular role, and imagine having to reach out to all of them, or having to give all of them feedback. So I want to understand that side, and I also want our job seekers to understand this side. Do you think it's something inevitable?
okay. So first for the question, if it's inevitable, right? I think it's something that can be solved, right? I don't think we should normalize ghosting, just for grounding, for let's set context. Ghosting is not okay, and I believe it can be
Okay.
solved.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really goes back to processes. I believe it's a process problem,
Yeah.
right? Yes, I also acknowledge the fact that yes, it's possible, right? Volume of work, maybe you're the only recruiter in the department or the whole
Yes.
organization. You have a lot of volume of work, or you got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
applications.
Sure.
Fine, but I believe if you set systems and process in place, you'll be able to get back to those that you have said, I will get back to you. Right. So the truth is, from the point where you conceive, where the whole idea of we need somebody for this role, they
Yeah.
build the profile, they prepare everything, and then of
Yeah.
course push out the general public. So yeah, we'll apply, we're applying, we are
Mm.
hiring. From start to finish of that process, right? You should make what's it called? Make plans for.
Yeah.
You should add that whole feedback to the system because it's
Feedback
not
plan. Yes.
it's not
Mm.
complete. So feedback, especially so that people can move on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
so that because everybody manages emotion differently. Somebody might not hear back and they are
Sure.
good, they're fine. But then think of the people that won't hear back and then they will be second guessing if they were good enough or not good enough, if their skills were
Mm-hmm.
good, if the company wants them, or
Yes or
so
not.
it it will be great to build feedback into that whole loop,
Mm.
and it can be solved. Ghosting cannot be normalized. It can be solved.
It cannot be normalized. Thank
It can't be normal.
thank you
No,
very much. Thank you very much for that. Because I was having the reason I asked this was because I was having a discussion with a friend. She's also a recruiter, and she
Mm.
works in all this one man business where you are the only one, you are the only one doing talent acquisition, you are the only one setting up policies,
Generalist
and they now give you title HR manager.
without a team.
They
Oh
give you
God.
title HR manager with 120, 150,000 naira. That's another topic on its own.
On his, we can do another session on that one. Let's keep going.
And then there was so many things
Mm.
that she had to do. She's managing clients, managing everybody, and still receiving applications. And she had a lot of applications, and sometimes three, four roles are actually in place, and she has a lot of applications. So she actually told me that she goes candidates not because she
It's
wanted
because
to.
she didn't have the power or something.
Yes, because there is so much to do, and she just, I don't know if you can hear me or
Mm.
see me.
I can hear and see you.
Okay, I think my laptop just went off. Okay, but there's so much to do, and she just has a lot to do. And it's not that she wanted to ghost, but she does it. She does
Mm.
it, and she doesn't give candidate feedback. So I was telling her that day that ghosting should not be normalized. Feedback
Yeah.
should be part of the
She
process.
should
It should be part
be.
of our hiring process. We have a hiring process. Put feedback as part of it, because it just helps you move on as a candidate. And ghosting is different from rejection. That's
It's
another topic
different.
on its own.
It's different. But
Let's
ghosting
start.
is,
Okay,
if you're even rejected, it's different. You know that
it's
okay,
different.
you're not moving forward. But ghosting is you're literally in limbo. You're like,
Hmm.
okay,
You
was
don't
I
know
even
what's going
awake?
on.
Was I
Okay.
taking? Was I
You
it's
don't
worse.
even know if
You don't know.
they probably considered you, and then they just realize that okay, we don't have
Maybe
this. There are some roles that are paused. I've heard
yeah.
of a situation whereby at the time they were hiring, they didn't call the guy back. It was after like 3 months, 4 months. They now called the guy and said, "Hey, you applied 4 months ago for this particular role. We have hired you. Can you
Can you
come for?"
please help? Yeah. Hmm.
It
Yeah,
was
I will
very
not
funny.
accept that kind of offer. I hope he did
And the
not
guy was
accept.
literally ghosted for 4 months.
I hope he didn't accept. Sha.
He accepted it. Sometimes if
God.
situation in Nigeria
You see,
hook your
that kind
nose.
of a thing will give you a signal to know the kind of company you're working into now. So why
Exactly.
would they ghost you for 4 months? It's just to send
Exactly.
an email. You could just literally send an email and say, oh, we sincerely apologize because of
Mhm.
internal this role is currently on hold. We'll get back to you.
We'll get
Doesn't
back.
take
It's as simple as
it doesn't
that.
this you had at least that one is a case where you wanted to hire someone and then it was paused. So I don't think it takes too much time to just type, oh sorry, da, da, da.
Of
I've done
course.
it before. So it doesn't take too much time. You've done it before. You can duplicate the same email, just change the heading. What's there?
Why what is there in this thing? And I
I
think
won't find
there's this particular mindset employers have that they will find someone like job seekers. We have a lot of job seekers in Nigeria, and
it's like you have not open
looking
road
for
before.
jobs.
Like, it's not just anybody.
I've,
I think that
I've heard an employer actually say that to me. People are looking
there's
for
a
jobs.
role I closed
Don't
in
worry.
December. Eh? And it's not, see, there are some roles that you cannot just find people in the market. When you
Serious.
see the match, you will do everything to get that person locked in. Huh? There's a role I closed in December. People were doing Christmas. I was still explaining English language. People were doing Merry Christmas.
Oh my
I was still in
god.
the candidate's DM, still explaining. So don't worry, just leave that one by the
Yeah, so
wayside.
you can't just let go. Okay, let's just move on to the second question another candidate asked me. Okay, in as much as we say that ghosting should not be normalized, it happens. So
Yeah.
can you just give us insider secrets of why it happens? Reasons why
Okay.
ghosting happens.
Okay, so the first thing I already said, I said, ghosting is a result of, a process, right, that
Mhm.
failed, you know. process systems that were built, and they didn't consider that, because the truth is, the moment you put out a job, just expect anything, right? Expect anything. I'll give context. So I think I have like a couple of roles I'm trying to fill. I did call for applications, and you'll be getting like, maybe for one role you're getting like almost 400 and something applications, 500 and
Exactly.
something applications, even 1,000 and something applications.
Exactly.
And then of course you have to filter, save, and then shortlist candidate. So now, so if I'm doing so, I'm probably going to use my own experience and what I do, right? To I cannot speak to every recruiter in
Yeah.
the whole of Nigeria or Africa or the whole
Yeah.
world. But what I've realized is there are some things that you can almost anticipate, right? When you do call for applications, you're going to get volume.
People
So
you.
you're
Yeah.
supposed to prepare people ahead. So I think I've seen some very smart processes that, once you apply for the job, you get an email on it, or maybe a notification that'll tell you that, oh, the typical time to get back to you on this is about 2 weeks. If you do not hear back from us, please move on. I'm sure you've seen that. So those are,
Yes.
things
A
that
lot.
people are implementing, in the part of this recruitment process to help people move on. So if you don't hear
Move
back from
on.
us in 2 weeks, it means, you were not shortlisted. Even,
Yeah.
what's it called? The most simplest one I think I've seen is, job ads, and then they will put PS, like,
Yes. Or job ads. Yes. I've
you'll
seen
be
that one a lot.
good. So I believe, when you're building your entire process from start to finish, have so that can even be a contingency plan. Like, okay, tell people ahead that, because really, like I just told you now, that I put out a role and I'm getting like almost 1,000. I cannot send emails to 1,000, even if I have like, a team, right? We can't send emails, except maybe if we have automated systems, right? But then again, if you have something like that built into your process, that, oh, this is it, or if we do not get, I think even what I've started to use in my own hiring processes, on my hiring form, you will see at the end that, confirm that if you don't hear back from us, you're okay.
To be
It's just to
honest.
find that, this thing is really less of emotions, right? It's really
Yeah.
not, there's no way somebody just wakes up in the morning and be like, today I want to wicked, these people.
How to
It's not,
wicked somebody.
it's not, there's no emotion in recruitment,
At
because
all. At all.
you cannot even bring it into it when you have, key metrics, when you have, what's it called, you have metrics, you have things that you need to,
Yeah, of
check.
course.
So there's really no much. So that's really it. So build it into your systems, and I believe it will work, so that people are prepared. So prepare people ahead. If you don't hear back from us,
Mhm.
move on. And then for this, so another part is the, when you say you want to only reach out to shortlisted candidates, that's another arm. At least I want to believe that when you shortlist the people that you can actually manage their process. Not that you go and shortlist 50 people, knowing that, for the case of your friend, knowing that you're the only person, right? So
For
streamline,
sure.
if you have to
Streamlining. Mm.
got what you're looking for, just really quick, but the number of people that you can actively manage. And when you
Mm.
have done that, ensure that those people, you manage them from start to finish. When you do your interviews,
Finish. Yeah.
get your, depending on whatever process you're using, first stage, second stage, third stage, with that panel, whatever it is, build your system and get back to the people that you have promised to get back to.
Of
It
course.
can work. It can work.
Thank you very much. Chamaka says, but candidates goes to
It's,
school.
yeah, they do, but they don't even talk so much
I think
about it.
most
Most of
candidates do it.
people,
Most
they
candidates
do
do it
it.
so wicked. No, most candidates do it as wickedness. You know, from our perspective as recruiters, we don't do it as wickedness. We do it because the process.
There's just
Most
problem in
candidates,
the
I can
pipeline.
stand there and say it beats my chest. Most candidates actually do it to wicked us. To be honest, I've actually seen a candidate that she actually told me that these days now, weekend, she actually put it there. Say, I don't know if you've seen it before. That all these jerseys, they put it there, wickedness, one dose, morning, afternoon, night.
Right.
So
They take
they
it before they
literally
leave the
wicked
house.
us. They literally wicked, especially, you know where is more painful? The stage it's more painful is when you're already concluded, you're already, everything
Yes.
is good.
You've
The
sent
candidate
out.
is resume in
What,
2 weeks.
what candidate did that to me in December? To me, December, you people wanted to traumatize my holiday. After she was like, I'm gonna get back to you, blah blah blah. I said, okay. Me, I've gone to eat chicken now, thinking that everything is sorted.
Okay,
And then she
January
called me
now.
like,
Just
I'm
resume.
so sorry. I'm not. I okay. That was actually didn't ghost me, but I was expectant that that room was closed. Thank God I didn't even go and close my whole pipeline.
Oh
Thank
my
God. I
god.
will always
Oh
have
my god.
people
I
in the
think
pipeline,
the one I experienced was when the candidate already accepted, everything is done. Is to
and then
resume in two
no
weeks.
resumption. Abi.
Wait, oh, is to resume in 2 weeks. Oh, all through 2 weeks, we did talk. Oh, it is the Saturday
The
of the Monday you want
resumption.
to resume.
God, I think that one has happened to me. So
Oh
the
my
previous
god.
industry, my previous industry I was working was healthcare. So you would have already concluded with the nurses, doctors, and that day, maybe the day that you even scheduled your resumption, maybe that day, sef, maybe the shift is not even balanced. So you're hoping that okay, a new person is going to start work,
Oh my god.
and then you don't show up. It's so painful. Everybody be looking at you. Where's the new? Where's the
Where
new?
is the
Because
new
you
person?
already you've updated departments. You've told everybody that we have a new employee coming. You've prepared their onboarding, everything.
Oh
They'll be
my
looking at
god.
you.
Juliet, let me crack you up. There was a particular experience I had. The candidate actually resumed that day. He came for
Okay.
onboarding, and then after the whole thing, we already gave him stuff, onboarding pack and everything. He
Ooh.
even left early because we first day of resumption, you can close early. You close early. Do you know that the second day he had to send email that he cannot resume again? He got another
Jesus.
offer.
Oh my God.
I'm like, that day I was literally wearing glasses. I'm like, what is this? I was reading the email like,
You clean your eyes to look at the email. Hi.
what is this? 10 o'clock, my MD had to call me. Then, where's your new hire? He's not here. Everybody in the department, where is this guy? I said, he's not resuming again. He's not coming again. Like, literally, candidates ghost a lot. And I think it's more painful when candidates ghost. It's really more painful.
It's more painful now because
I
you've locked
exactly.
your systems and
So,
everything.
guys, ghosting should
Yeah.
not be normalized.
No,
Whether
not
candidate or recruiter, nobody should ghost, please. Let us not normalize it, please. Candidates is as easy as sending an email. If you know that you won't resume here, you're getting offers, or you've already, you weigh the offers and be like, it's like this one is better for me. Please
than
just
this one.
reach out to the other organization. Let them know because it's heartbreaking, especially for HR professionals or recruiters. It's really heartbreaking. Just reach out to them and tell them, I'm sorry, I can't resume on Monday, or I can't resume this particular
But I'm
time.
not
I've
complaining.
moved on. It's
It's a
as
lot
simple
better
as
so that the person prepares.
exactly, exactly. Thank you very much, Juliet. On to the next question. So, um, so I talked about overwhelming process. The reason why ghosting literally happens when the process is overwhelming, and we already sorted that, and that underestimating silence, we already sorted that. Now hiring managers, let's talk about, let me read Timothy's.
Someone has a comment.
Yes, Timothy says, I ghosted an interview because the HR could not answer my basic questions concerning the workplace. So I saw it as a red flag because she kept on referring me to the CEO, that I
But
will get answers from him when I come. Okay,
maybe
Juliet,
that person is not even HR.
Juliet,
But
answer that.
that's one thing I realized that
Yeah.
a lot of organizations don't really have like HR. They
Mm,
just have people that maybe they do admin work and then they kind of build up their role and just add recruitment or something.
yeah.
So, of
Agree.
course, an HR person is supposed to know about the organization in detail, even what nobody else's know. You should know
Yeah.
in detail. So, if that person keeps referring you back to the CEO, it will mean that they are probably just, maybe they're just filling that role or holding that role. So, I'll give you an example. There was an interview that there was a role I was interviewed for, was in October, right?
Mm,
When I already joined the call, I could already tell that people on the call they were not like maybe HR or recruitment or anything like
yeah.
that. So I think it now became a case of candidates interviewing panel of and there were like four people on the call, but nobody even have the technical competency to even check my work. So I was
Oh,
basically like trying to, I'm like, I would just help you people with your process, but basically I'm not. You can't even. I can't work here because what is this, right? So
there's
some
really so
people
many things.
recruitment thing, they are not. That's the thing. But they will keep dragging recruiter, HR people, but
Exactly.
not all of them are really, HR. Some people, they are doing admin work. Some people are even PAs, right?
Yeah.
And then your CEO will tell you that, hey, I want to hire somebody, help me post it online. And of course, you posted it, you'll be getting attention for the role. But what that kind of person would have done is to get enough clarity, even if you're not the one functioning in that role. If that's the case, you can get enough clarity. Okay, what is this? What's the compensation? What's the benefits attached to this role? What's the timeline? Ask specific questions so that the candidate do ask you, you
Yeah.
can actually respond. So it's actually
You'll
not
be able
okay
to
that the
respond.
person
Yeah.
that posted the role cannot answer questions. I think, but
Yeah.
I
I see
think,
that red flag too.
but Timothy, what you can do is instead of ghosting, you can
Ghosting.
just respectfully decline. Just say,
Mm.
oh, due to something, chat. There's always something you can make up and
There's
just say,
always
yeah,
something you can
they're
say.
not happening again. So
Yeah,
I
that's what I
think,
tell people. Thank you, Juliet. That's what I tell people. Instead of, see, we are all humans. We are not forcing you to accept the job or follow us from start to finish. It's a process. If you are
yeah,
not fine with the process, just drop off. Drop off, but communicate. So you don't have to ghost, right? Yeah, I see that as a red flag too. But you can just like politely just decline. I'm sorry, I can't move forward with this process. And that's
exactly.
so we'll move on, right? You understand? In either ways, ghosting should not be normalized. It should not be. All right. Thank you so much, Timothy. Um, so I was asking question the other time. I was talking about hiring managers. What's the place of hiring managers when it comes to the process and ghosting a candidate?
Okay. Okay, hiring managers,
Yeah.
what's their process? I mean, could you
Yeah, what's
maybe,
their place? What's their
okay, their
place in the
place.
process, in the hiring process when it comes to candidates and ghosting? Do you think that they have any, what's the English word now? Any contribution to ghosting?
If the truth is, from start to finish, if your recruitment process ended up with ghosting, everybody in that chain is responsible. It doesn't
Responsible.
matter if, even if it's HRO intern that has no information about the role, you've also ghosted the candidate. Everybody in that department
Of
have
course.
ghosted the candidate. It's not even just, maybe hiring manager or whoever is in charge of the role. So everybody, because the process is supposed to work in such a way that it is efficient from start to finish, right?
Sure.
If what's it called, the hiring manager, you come up with, your role profile, what you're looking for, your skills, competencies, what we're using to look for this person, what the requirements are, and then of course, you also refine from there. You refine what the compensation is, what the benefit is for the role. Of
Yeah.
course, you also check that part. So that process even involves a lot of departments. Of course, there's also finance that will also come into the play
Of course.
to
A lot.
establish the compensation band. What the company can pay, things like that, budget. So if a candidate gets ghosted in the end, everybody in that loop, because it will fall more on the person that was supposed to manage that whole recruitment
But
process.
you know that there is another side to this. I want you to understand my perspective now.
Okay.
All of these processes and everybody involved in the process, especially for structured organizations. For example, my organization now is very structured that from the application process, once the candidate applies, then there is the assessment stage, then there is the you from
Interview.
the that perspective now, you have to assess the candidate. When the results come in, you have to assess. After you assess, you pass it on to your QA. Your QA will assess. After that, you pass it on to the hiring manager. Hiring manager will assess. All of those structured processes. Before you know, recruitment has taken like 1 month or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then the candidate will just conclude that, oh, these people
They're not
go
getting back to me.
or
But,
they are not getting back to
but
me.
that's the thing about this whole process. You know why I said, from the beginning, I already said that I personally believe that it is processes and systems that is the problem. That's the major
Problem.
problem we have to deal with. Because
Exactly.
you know what, when you were recounting, assessment, QA, when you were recounting your process, in my head, I was just like, what are you people trying to hire? Even if it's president itself, what are
You
you
want
people
to
trying to
hire
hire?
a
You want to hire
lecturer?
Jesus? Are you trying to hire Jesus or Apostle Paul? The
You
truth
want to
is,
hire Apostle
I
Paul?
feel like hiring can be very, very simplified. That's my own opinion. Sha.
Exactly.
I understand that organizations will still have how they want to screen or no issues at all. But I'm just saying that process is a lot. I think these days you will even see jobs that they will tell you that this they will add it to their job and they will say our process is first AI video,
Eh,
second,
second, human
send
video.
a human recruiter will get in touch with you. Next,
Oh
board
God.
of director, then panel of judges.
Assessment.
It's not. I don't know, Sha, but my
I know this
perspective.
problem. This problem is literally from employers. I just want to
It's
clarify
too
this,
much.
guys. Guys,
Do
it's
you
not
know?
us. Oh. We are not the one putting out this thing. It's literally
One
from
thing
employers.
is employers. So one thing I realized early enough in this human resource recruitment, all this plenty thing is that recruitment is basically gambling. Gambling because so somebody has put on paper that this is everything they know how to do. Even in this
Mm,
age of AI and everything, you can just boost something, right? Really great, like
exactly.
for your experience. So somebody has put on paper that this is what it can do, right? I really believe that there is no amount of questions, answers, assessments or all of that that you can really do that will be able to give you 100% clearance that the person can do that job
100%. Yes. Thank
until
you.
they start that job
They
that
start
they
it.
will know. Because these days people even read and they will prepare for interviews. There's no
Ah,
question you're going to ask that they
I've seen
cannot
someone
answer.
like that. I've
People
seen
are
someone
see,
like
people,
his mouth was just bleed,
yeah,
bleed, bleed, bleed during interview process. It was just
they will
I
they
was
will answer. But you can't the true test of if they can really do the work is giving them a chance, which is why
yeah,
I feel like you see all those assessment, all those the person can still go and start and in 3 months, 6 months probation, they will not even be confirmed. So I really just believe that recruitment can be really simplified. Yes,
simplified.
have your benchmark, have what you're using. Me, I've hired somebody before from just one interview. Like it is, I don't think it's supposed to. So there are some roles that you want to close that you don't even have that time to do your own first. You now move over to then line manager. Me, I'm pulling in the head of department into my first interview, and
Straight.
I'm taking you through. I've shortlisted a number of people. You will attend all of them. So if there's anybody on that call that you're good to go with, we send the letter. You don't
Straight.
have it's not supposed to be hard. When the person starts, right? That's when you really know, because it's not really and do this. We are now.
I don't
Let's give
think
you system.
employers want to really
That's
understand
but
this
for them,
part.
they think it's oh, you have to check all these things. It's the funny thing is
Yes,
this from my experience, it's candidates that have taken through rigorous processes. Those are the ones that when they resume, they stress me, they stress the organization. Because
they
I don't know how to really explain it, but I really don't think it's supposed to be that complicated, right? It can
at
really be
all,
simplified. One
at
stage,
all.
two stage,
Let me just
max. Let's say, okay, maybe high
start.
level role. I know that there are some roles that you have to really do. Maybe C-suite level. You can do all your case studies, all
Yes,
your presentations. I get all those
simulation
roles,
and everything.
but
Yes,
entry, mid, max, three max,
let the
so
person
three
start.
stages. If you find what you're looking for on first stage, just engage the person further, ask
Mm-hmm,
certain questions, and move
mm-hmm.
on. Because the truth is that people will keep applying. There's a role I
Exactly.
think I posted like maybe sometime last week, right? I've shortlisted people that I want to talk to. But people are still applying even till this moment.
Fine.
My laptop still blinked and it was an application. So are you going to be waiting to do and the truth is, when you have a lot of options, is also another problem in recruitment. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before. When you have too many people to choose from, confusion starts. So
Fusion.
that
Yes.
also stalls your
I
recruitment
think
process.
I think I think recruiters actually have that. I won't call it problem. Let me call it a challenge now. We want to find
What?
the perfect fit,
It's not perfect, Daddy.
100% perfection. We are looking for it, and even if we find a good fit, we'll still hold on. Let me hold on.
Let's look for more. And then the
I'll
more will
try.
not even be more. Oh God. I don't
And funny
I
enough,
think
the more you will be looking for, the less you will see.
so. I think it's just see, let's refine our processes, let's refine our systems.
Mm,
We can make these processes more efficient because imagine your friend that you said is the only person in that.
yeah,
So imagine if she now decided to go and be doing 5 stages of interview, you would just faint.
you'll be
Obviously, you're going to
overwhelmed.
end up ghosting people because you're human and you
Of course,
cannot do all of that work alone. So
of
why
course.
not make your work a lot easier? So maybe your job ads can go out with a information for your candidates that, oh, this will typically get back to you in 2 weeks if you were shortlisted. You can even
Yeah,
add it because of the volume of recruitment, this, that. But if we don't get back to you, please move on. We wish you the
move on.
best in your future
Simple
endeavor.
as that.
So let her include that. That's the first step. Now, when you now put out, you get applications, right? Always have a benchmark of number of people you want to shortlist. You cannot go and shortlist 100 people. You can't talk to all of them. I promise you. Even if you are AI, right? So shortlist at least minimum. Depending on the role, if you look at you could just get your top 10 or top 5, and then you finally
Especially when
stream.
it's entry, mid level. Like,
Thank
what are you
you.
looking for?
If it's even entry level, those ones are even easier. You can hire that one
Oh,
within a week. You can close that even within 5 days. You can close entry level roles because really it's entry level. So you're
entry
really not
level, of course.
expecting somebody that has have done everything in the
You're
world.
not
You're looking
expecting too
for a
much,
chance.
of course.
Exactly. So the things you're looking for in that kind of stuff is someone that's willing to learn, someone that is accountable. If
Yeah.
you can find it, if you can, in your conversation, you move on. So
So
we can do this thing. Let's join hands together. We can do
we
it.
can do it. So guys, recruiters on this session,
We
we can
got
do it.
this. We got
We
this. We
can
can
do
do
this.
this. So that they will stop
We can
every
communicate.
day.
Exactly. We can communicate. So
I
please
think
let's keep communication
we
going.
need to, because the era we're entering, there will be this 2026. I can already anticipate a lot of dragging. So for context, yeah. So I mentioned I'm a career strategist. So I have like coaching clients and clients I deliver career solutions for.
Yeah.
So I think I was chatting with one of my clients 2 days ago, and then the comment he made was that he recently commented on a hiring manager's LinkedIn. And he was requesting that people have not gotten back to me. I was like, ha, why will you go and do that?
You have
I
that
know that
money.
it's progressive, but let them not go and label you as a troublemaker, please. Because the truth
You know
is,
the
it's internet.
audacity these days.
It's
This
not.
young
Eh?
people these days. I saw another post too. Was it on Twitter or IG? The person actually resumed and he put it out there that he sat for 3 hours and they didn't respond.
Oh, in these days of this internet thing, it's
Oh my
crazy.
god!
Like,
So it's getting worse.
let's change. We have. I feel like recruitment has bad PR right now,
Oh
but
my god!
something else too is there's also the part of recruitment where people that don't even have the requirements, they don't
Hmm.
have the competency for your role, they will apply for your role just to stress you.
Ah,
There's that.
my
So
sister.
people, because tell me why I'm looking for what role was I even? Because I was up till like 2 a.m. last night, just so people don't understand the work that
Imagine.
goes on behind the scenes. I was up till 2 a.m. last night shortlisting for a particular role. And I'm seeing people that like there is no connection because in my head I was like, okay, maybe you have maybe one tiny, maybe something that is similar or something, but a lot of the CVs or the application, there is no connection whatsoever. Nothing. So I feel like some people
Because
just maybe I don't know if it's boredom or they just want their CV to just maybe they want their
or
CV to
maybe
just be
some
out there.
or maybe some people
Am
just
I doing
take a chance. You know,
it?
people used to talk
Okay,
about
but
scarcity and taking a
there are
chance.
roles that is take a chance on. It. There are roles you can apply for those type of roles, but there are some kind of roles that people are quite specific for what they
Of
are
course.
looking, for, right? and then you're like, okay, you just so maybe they just want to put their CV out there, even if they're not qualified. Maybe you see them and put them some. Maybe that's the
I think,
intention, but
guys,
it's true.
that's
It's
another reason. That's another reason why you might be ghosted. Though. Have you
do
thought
you
of
understand?
that?
I'm not saying it's
Because
okay, but do
tell
you
me why
understand?
I'm seeing a
Because the
CV that
person
doesn't
is
concern
stressed.
me.
The person is
Tell
stressed.
me why I'm seeing
Imagine
a CV that doesn't concern
there
me.
was there was a role that I got, like, was it 90 applications, and out of the 90, guess how many I was able to shortlist? Just guess. Wildest guess.
Five.
Okay, we even increased it. Four out of 90 says
Oh my
90.
God.
So
Nine.
imagine 90. Imagine having to go through 90 applications and I'm only finding four. So the other 80, what is it? Is it 86 people? Should I not look for them and, lock them up? You
See, there was
stressing.
one. I was almost go to the candidates one day. There was one application I saw. One, I had a lot of applications that day, and there was one that was like literally outside the box. Like when you say outside, I mean far outside though. Like from here to Canada, outside the box. It was just off. Like, why would you? Did you not read the job description? I was forced to. I just had to send email to them. This your CV does not even correlate with what I just put out. It was just so annoying. So, guys, that's another reason why you might be ghosted when you send applications to jobs that does not concern
That
you
no,
or that you don't even
like
have
there was no,
experience.
I'm telling you that there was no correlation. Like, this is not me even being, there
No
was nothing
transferable skill,
in line.
nothing.
So what do I do with the other 86? Am I supposed to store them and just maybe when I'm bored, I just go and look at them and
Oh
create jobs in my head, for them. So
my
that's
god.
right. So,
Hi, Amanda.
also to speak to
Hi.
like also to speak to that, please apply for jobs that you're qualified for. I know there are lots of motivational things going on. A lot of
Thank
acquire,
you.
is it perspire to acquire, you retire to. I know, but it's always best. Your
Mm,
chances are higher when you apply to jobs that you
yeah.
are qualified for. That time and effort that you have wasted on that road that had not, like, it's not even in line with what you do on your day to day.
Mm,
It's not in line with what you currently do. It's out your, like, maybe you're trying to transition, then that's different. But you should even apply to the roles that will give you room to try, for transition.
yeah,
If it's a role they're looking for, maybe entry or something. But apply
of
to
course.
jobs that you are, qualified for.
Qualified
It's a
for.
lot better because
It's a
you
lot,
have better chances of getting,
of
shortlisted,
course.
getting interview callbacks. So imagine someone that, you're applying for a job that, you're not even qualified for, and then you will not be complaining of, they did not get back to me.
You didn't
Why?
get back to me. You're not going to post it on Twitter.
You see
This
me
is
and
you
you
don't
know.
imagine.
I feel like some people even know, but they just, maybe they just
Hey, they
they
just
just
want to
take
stress.
joy. The joy in, putting the blame on, somebody else or other people.
To be honest,
Let's take
it's just,
accountability, for the
it's just
one that
crazy.
we have control over. So that
Over,
is
yes.
for what you're qualified
Yes,
for.
of course. Thank you very much. Hi, Joyfulness. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Amanda. Thanks for joining. We started this session 10 a.m. and I think we'll be closing now because today is Saturday. I need to rest. Ah, God, we need to rest.
So you're even resting. Wow, well done. I want to be like you.
I work mostly at night. I'll just pack all my applications. I have like
Okay.
literally 60, 70 applications that I have not looked at all. So midnight, I will do that. But during the day, please, I need to rest. All right. So we've come to the end of this session. This session was really awesome. Thank you so much, thank you so much, Juliet. Amanda is in my head. Amanda, what did you think?
Amanda, what did you put to your stew?
Thank you so much, Juliet, for this session. It was really, really insightful. It was really insightful. So, guys, if you're just coming and you've not, or you're wondering what's going on, you can still listen. You can still listen to this session from the beginning. after it ends. Yes, you can do that. You can listen and ask your questions. You can reach out to Juliet. Juliet can um, answer all of your questions. Reach out to her. She's a career coach, right? Juliet, she's a career coach. You can reach out to Juliet if you need.
Jane and the hype.
If you need answers, if you need clarification on your career, you want to transition, anything that is Amanda say your job is loading. Okay, so you can reach out to Juliet. Juliet is head of HR, group head head of group HR.
Oh, child. It's okay.
So thank you so much, Juliet. I so much appreciate you. Thanks for joining
Thank
me.
you.
I look forward to having you again on this session for another topic entirely. Of course, this was
Sure.
such a wonderful and beautiful conversation. Thank you so much, guys, for joining this session. We see again next week, Saturday, 10 a.m. on another topic entirely. Definitely something that would benefit you. Juliet, do you have a final vote of thanks?
All right. So first off, thank you, Jane, for the platform
Welcome.
to lend my voice, lend my voice to
Welcome.
the whole recruitment saga. It was an amazing conversation. So I think it would just be. I think to seal up my point, I would say apply for jobs you're qualified for,
Mm-hmm.
and of course when you're applying, ensure that you're well prepared
Yeah.
and your application, everything that you need to present yourself opportunities, they're top notch, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you need help, seek professional help so that you're
Of
better
course.
positioned, right,
Yeah.
to be shortlisted for opportunities. And when you
Yeah.
apply, so give recruiters grace. Give recruiters grace, give yourself grace, right? I think we've been able to establish on the call that ghosting is not okay, right?
Yeah.
And we're all fighting and hoping and building systems and processes to be able to combat that. So,
Of course.
anyways, stay connected with me. My name is Julius Kepper again. On LinkedIn, it's the same thing. Um, I think I summary will be, I think just generally for career solutions, for workplace solutions, I think my mantra is I build and nurture thriving workplaces and I empower people to grow fulfilling careers. And I've been doing that for quite a while. So if you need me, you know where to find me.
No way to find Juliet. Okay, guys, I have to end this. Thank you so much for joining. See you next week, Saturday, 10 a.m. Bye, guys. Bye, Juliet. We see you in the other room. Be
Yes.
back.